I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes.
Say what? Oh, this is wild. Beyoncé must be losing her mind right now. Word on the block is that the infamous tape, yes, that one with her and Diddy, has finally been sold to TMZ for a jaw-dropping $20 million. And rumor says they're getting ready to leak it before the year's up. Can you even imagine the chaos that's about to unfold? Apparently, the only reason that scandalous tape didn't surface earlier is because Beyoncé and Jay-Z were allegedly trying to buy it back to keep it buried for good. Like, they really tried to silence it with money. Everyone already suspected Jay-Z had been tangled up in Diddy's messy world, but hearing Beyoncé's name mixed in too, that shook the internet to its core. The woman has spent her entire career building the cleanest, most flawless image, and now this rumor is trying to rip it all apart. The thought of Queen Bey being tied to a freaky tape with Diddy? That's something no one saw coming. It's like a twist straight out of a drama movie. And just when you think it couldn't get any messier, the talk now is that Beyoncé and Jay might be planning to move out of the country before the tape drops, trying to escape the storm before it hits. If you've been scrolling online lately, you already know this whole Diddy freak-off mess has every celeb sweating. But here's the catch. People aren't mad about the freaky parties themselves. Nah, these are grown adults. The outrage is over the dark rumors behind it all, that Diddy was allegedly bringing in underage teens from overseas to work those events. And what's worse, the whispers say the celebs in the room knew, but they stayed quiet anyway. They really didn't care. Like, at all. Some of the photos that slipped out from one of Diddy's all-white freak-off parties were straight up disturbing. The man himself allegedly leaked them, showing a room full of your favorite A-list celebs looking like they were having the wildest time ever. But what really made people's skin crawl was this one shot. Diddy holding a champagne bottle, pouring it over two escorts while they touched themselves. The whole thing looked dark and uncomfortable. The escorts even covered their faces, clearly ashamed and trying to hide from the cameras. It gets even worse. Word is, most of these women didn't even want to be there. Reports say many were brought into the country with promises of good jobs, only to be forced into these parties as escorts once they arrived. They thought they were getting a new start, but ended up trapped in something twisted and humiliating instead. One picture even showed one of Diddy's close friends in a pool with two of those women. And let's just say what he was doing with them left nothing to the imagination. And if you thought the names couldn't get any crazier, think again. The celebrities spotted in those leaked photos reportedly included Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, Chris Brown, Leonardo DiCaprio, Aretha Franklin, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and even Prince Harry. Yeah, that Harry, and that's just from one party. Imagine how many more famous faces showed up at the others, and what kind of secret stuff went down behind those closed doors. Now, while Beyoncé and Jay-Z weren't seen in any of those leaked shots, they still got dragged right into the scandal. Why? Because attorney Ariel Mitchell hinted in an interview that she was once approached to help negotiate the sale of a private tape, one allegedly showing Beyoncé and Diddy getting intimate. That one statement lit up the internet like wildfire. And if Ariel's name sounds familiar, it's because she's the same lawyer representing another woman who accused Diddy of serious misconduct back in 2018. While Ariel was spilling all this tea, she dropped another bomb. She mentioned another client who allegedly wanted her help in selling a freak-off tape between Diddy and a super high-profile celebrity. And get this. Ariel claims she actually saw the video herself. According to her, the mystery celebrity in it was even more famous than Diddy, which is already saying a lot. But here's the wildest part. Ariel said the person didn't even seem to know they were being filmed. That's straight up disturbing. Now, Ariel never said the name out loud, but fans immediately started connecting the dots. She said the person was more high profile than Diddy. And let's be real, there aren't many names that fit that bill except maybe one, Beyoncé! The internet ran with it instantly. Everyone's saying if that's true, it explains why she and Jay-Z might be moving quietly in the background right now. And speaking of Jay-Z, his name has already been floating around these Diddy scandals for months. The rumors claim he's been wrapped up in the same shady circles, which only made folks more convinced that Beyoncé could be the one in that tape. Around the same time, a video of rapper DaBaby started circulating where he seemed to be hinting that he once got caught up in a private meeting at Diddy's mansion, with Beyoncé and Jay-Z there too. That clip went viral so fast it nearly broke social media. People started saying it was all connected. that the meeting might have been the one linked to this mystery tape. And just when you think it couldn't get any stranger, old stories about Diddy's behavior started resurfacing again. Remember that wild making the band moment where Diddy made his artists walk all the way across New York City just to grab him a cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory? Yeah, 4 hours on foot for a slice of dessert. Well, recently, Freddie P revealed something shocking. That cheesecake wasn't even for Diddy. Turns out that cheesecake wasn't for Diddy at all. It was allegedly for Beyoncé. Word is, she was the one who told Diddy she wanted it, and instead of sending one of her own assistants or team members to pick it up, she supposedly had him make his artists walk 4 whole hours just to grab her that dessert.
A very horrific story about her and her escape from the assault. She told me that she was at a friend's house who had industry ties and was on the phone with Diddy, and he decided to come to the house. And when he came to the house, everything was fine, that there was another woman there who we've determined to be Christina Coram, KK.
That's wild. People thought Beyoncé would be at least a little shocked by how far Diddy went, forcing those men to trek across New York like that. But according to Freddie P, she didn't even blink. No guilt, no reaction, nothing. And here's where the story takes an even darker turn. The same tape that attorney Ariel Mitchell hinted about, the one allegedly featuring Beyoncé and Diddy, has reportedly been sold to TMZ for a massive $20 million. Yeah, that's right. The rumor says it's officially out of Diddy's hands now. But here's the catch. Because it's illegal to release explicit content without consent, TMZ can't actually post it themselves. Instead, whispers say they're planning to flip it for an even higher price to someone else who's bold or reckless enough to leak it to the world. The tension around this is insane. Fans and insiders are glued to every update, waiting to see if it'll actually happen. And then came an even more heartbreaking rumor. A source close to Beyoncé allegedly claimed she's been spiraling emotionally over the thought of that tape getting out. The source said she's been struggling under the weight of it all. The shame, the control, the non-stop pressure from the industry. They even added that she's seriously been considering disappearing completely, fleeing the country before the tape ever surfaces. People close to Beyoncé are seriously worried. They think she might disappear without warning, and honestly, they might be right to fear it. Sources claim the singer's been battling deep depression and heavy thoughts, and her team is on edge. But here's the thing. It's not just concern for her well-being that's got them panicking. They're scared of losing their golden ticket. For years, they've kept her under tight control, calling every shot, managing every move. But it sounds like that grip is finally slipping. Word is, Beyoncé's done being quiet. She's reaching her breaking point. The insider says she's sick of her mother's influence, tired of her husband's dominance, and she's starting to fight back. She's even demanding a full audit of her own money because she suspects something's off. Imagine that. Queen Bey checking her own empire and asking where all the money really went. The truth, according to this source, is heartbreaking. She doesn't even want to live this fast-paced celebrity life anymore. She's mentally, physically, and emotionally drained. After decades of grinding nonstop, she just wants peace and time to breathe, rest, and finally live on her own terms. But her team and family, they won't let her slow down. They say she didn't even want to go on this current tour. She's only doing it for 2 reasons: to hit a financial goal that'll let her break free once and for all, and because her label and family are forcing her to perform while she still can. That's also why the ticket prices are sky high and why she's suddenly jumping into all these business ventures. She's stacking up her money, quietly buying property outside the US, and planning her escape route. But here's where the real tea spills. Beyoncé knows exactly what happened to her idol when he tried to break free from the system. She's terrified the same thing could happen to her. That's why she's been moving in silence, setting everything up behind the scenes and making sure that when she finally vanishes, nobody can drag her back. So if she suddenly cancels her shows or starts spending way more time overseas, just know it might not be just for fun or creative time. Something deeper could be going on. And now, hey, you can believe whatever you want, but when all this finally comes to light, don't say nobody warned you. And just to be clear, all this tea is alleged, so take it with a pinch of salt. But let's be real. If even half of it turns out to be true, things are about to get messy for Beyoncé. Like career-shaking, world-stopping messy. The internet's already exploding with opinions. One person commented, "I hope TMZ has deep pockets, because if they really bought that tape, they better drop every last celeb caught in it. Beyoncé, the Kardashians, all of them." Another person added, "This is exactly why she's been focusing on her brand deals and collabs. She's distracting people while stacking money fast before everything blows up." Some fans think she's just keeping her head down and working harder to bury the rumors, while others say she's gearing up to reinvent herself completely. Whatever the case, this storm doesn't seem like it's dying down anytime soon, so now I gotta ask, what do you think? Do you believe Beyoncé's really the one in that Diddy tape everyone's whispering about? And do you buy the claim that TMZ dropped $20 million for it? Drop your thoughts down in the comments because this is one conversation that's just heating up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next wild update. Go ahead and tell me what you think below, and I'll catch you in the next one.